Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 27th through July 7th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Bossman Show, friend of the show, my man, Coach Antoine Pettway, Kansas State Owls, doing big things out now in Conference USA, baby. What's good, Ted? Good to see you, bro.
Hey, good to see you too, my brother, man. We just had our official first day of practice. Went really well. I got a really good group. No egos. They play hard, man. We're young in some spots, but I think we make up with it for just sheer talent and athleticism. So I'm excited going into year two.
I hear that, brother. Man, ask this, man. What's been the biggest difference for you, man, going from year one to year two, growing as a coach and a person, being the man with the buck stop with you now, and the decisions are made by you, that's the decision anymore. So how's it been for you kind of adjust all things that the head coach does besides X's and O's that people don't really understand about your role?
Yep, no, the adjustment has been minimal for me because, boss man, I'll be honest, I tried to make sure before I took this step that I didn't skip any steps. If that makes sense. Like I wanted to make sure I was pretty much ready. And then with the staff I hired around me, like I hired guys that's family that knows my blind spots, that compliment me really well. So they helped me in year one adjust really, really well, I thought. So and in some of these things you just gotta go through it. You gotta go through that first year. Like a lot of people tell you about it, but until you in the trenches going through it, you don't know what it truly is and what it truly means. And just having that year under my belt where, you standing up the whole time, just coaching the game. And it was awesome. It was a learning experience, man. And I took everything in stride, and I learned from all my mistakes. I learned from every situation. And like I said, we're gonna take all that experience into year two and try to make it even better.
Now, you know what's good or bad? How cool is it to coach 7 freshmen, man? And in today's college basketball, so you went the other way. You got 7 young guys. So how's it fun for your staff to go out there and actually really teach more than ever? Really do a lot of teaching and developing, and really get gritty and mold these young men's game, but them being so young, bro.
Key word there, mold. That's the key word. So that's my philosophy. I'm going against the grain. I want to do it my way. So a lot in this day and age, a lot of coaches are, cookie cutter method. They going against, transfers, going to their portal, trying to just build a team every year. I chose to go get talented freshmen that I feel like we can mold and make them into what we want to make them into. Show them our way, our standard from the first day they get there. And now you're able to, when they become sophomores, they're able to teach the new bunch that comes in and like kind of still have that culture of building a program, building a culture. But we decided to go out there and get go and get freshmen that we felt like were talented. But, although they're young, they got athleticism, they got size, and we know it's going to be a job where we got to teach more this year. But we up for it. We want to mold these guys into our standard, the Kennesaw State way, and that way, it's for years to come. And so, I think we did a great job identifying some really, really good players. And now we just got to keep them in the style of play, get them better every single day, teach them, and then hold them accountable. And they've been doing great. I mean, my young guys, and then it's really some of my veterans, like Simeon Collins, he's a veteran for me now. But after spending a year with me, he knows how I like things. He knows the system. And so he's been helping mold these guys as well. But they've been champions on and off the court for me. Like, they showing up 10 minutes early for academics every day. You know what I mean? They come to practice ready to lace them up and wear their hard hat and put in their work, put in their time. And they living in the gym outside of practice. And so, like, if that's the trade-off, taking a group that's a little bit younger, but getting a chance to mold them and to show them the way that I want to build this thing, I'm going to take it every time.
Yeah, bro, and as these COVID guys age out, you're gonna have to go back to the high school ranks. You can't just live in that portal and get older guys because everybody can't play, as you and I both know. But if you find a good diamond in the rough, nobody looking at. Oh, baby, Kennesaw State, the mold them and getting sophomore year. Hey, we're gonna be a problem. We're making this thing cycle out. We're gonna keep it going. So you got the right plan, in my opinion, bro. Because talented guys are out there. They ain't getting looked at the way they used to be.
No doubt, because the high school guy, man, it's a struggle, just where the business is going, because you kind of get a guy early, you sign him early, but then if guys that are normally waiting till late, back in the day they would wait till late and go higher, you can wait late now and not get a scholarship and have to go prep school or something like that, because when you go late, you're not only competing with other dudes in that in that late signing period, but now you competing with all the guys in the portal. And so, as a college coach, am I going to go get this unproven freshman, although he might be talented, or should I go get this mid-major guy that averaged 8-9 points already in a college program? And so more times than not, the college coach going to take the numbers. He's going to take what's proven. So, the high school guys, I tell them all, man, you find you a good spot that fits your style of play, that's made you a priority, take it. Take it, man, because at the end of the day, these scholarships are very, very valuable these days, especially in the high school ranks.
No doubt. And also, you can get 2 more as if this supplement goes through. So you have 15. So really, you can really stash an extra guy or 2 on the roster as development with going to 15 now.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's right.
And bro, like, I love your roster, though, man. 6'2" to 6'9". I'm seeing switching 1 through 5. I think you do the ball screen coverages.
There you go. There
You
you
know what
go.
I'm saying? I'm
Versatility,
thinking the head
baby.
like, yeah, switchability 1 through 5.
Yes,
Thinking
yes,
you can
yes.
rebound and go. Just get out there and transition, push it ahead,
That's how
give
we
up the
play.
ball. I'm seeing something down the road. I saw what you're doing, bro.
Oh, yeah, you see it. You see in the vision a little. I love it. I love it, man. And that's kind of where we wanted to target. We know we're going into a bigger league, a more athletic league. So I wanted to go get freshmen that I felt like they can play at that level or higher. That had an athleticism that could move, and also in our front court with our big men, we wanted guys that can blitz ball screens, switch ball screens, hard show, like just being able to be versatile on the defensive end, and then offensively just having a real skill set. Being able to dribble, pass, and shoot. And like I said, my staff and I think they identified the guys. We want to develop relationships because it's the thing. Like we able to get some guys that we probably wouldn't get in the past because of the portal. Some of these guys we were able to get, man, I think they would have signed at a high major or a higher level because they right there on the fringe. They right there on the line, whether being high major or mid. But when the portal came into play, now college coaches at that level more so taking porter guys. So we want to live on them fringe guys, them guys that can possibly play at a higher level and get them to come to Kennesaw, treat them right, love on them, coach them hard, love them even harder, and then try to win some games with them.
No doubt, man. And for you, Pet, which going to new conference, how much have you kind of scouted out the guys in the conference already, kind of looking on synergy, what they're doing, kind of get a feel for it as you make your non-conference schedule? Did you kind of push towards kind of schedule teams that kind of mirror what you're going to see in CUSA now?
Yeah, so what I was able to do last year, I drove over to Huntsville, Alabama, and went to the Conference USA Conference Tournament right there at the Von Braun Center. So I sat courtside. Conference USA took care of me, and I got a chance to see up close and personal the size, the athleticism, the skill set that's in that conference. And, we try to go out and target guys in the recruiting process that could play at that level. And it's definitely a step up. I think the ASUN was really, really a good basketball league as far as skill set and offenses. I think this going to be a step up. Of course, going to Conference USA, it's going to be a step up in athleticism, size for position, all over the court. And then I also think the skill sets are going to be even better. So we try to go out there and get more athleticism. But to your point, we watched them in the conference tournament, and then we actually broke down the video of the top 6 teams and just how they're guarding ball screens, what's the position at, positional size at each position for those programs that fit in the top 6 in Conference USA. And so we're studying that videotape, even though a lot of the teams have new guys. Some teams got a lot of guys come back, like West Kentucky, but a lot of these teams are bringing new guys in, but they still have that same system and that same style of play. And so we've been studying all these tapes of all these different programs that's in the conference, and we're going to try to use that to try to be ready for them when conference play comes.
No doubt, bro. And also ask this, man, this summer, man, how cool is it to get those guys on campus with you, man, get them immersed in that Kennesaw community and get them seeing about the gym as Kennesaw State? Because like I tell you all the time, I remember when Kennesaw State was a computer school in D2. I remember that. That's how ATL I am. I remember it was a computer school.
Oh, yeah. I get that all the time, man. I get that all the time.
See what's going on Chastain and Wade Green. I'm like, when I was growing up here,
none of that.
That's how it was out here.
It's when I tell you, man, like if we can get kids to this campus, we got a legit chance of signing them. We got a great atmosphere, and that's one of the things I noticed coming from Alabama when I was interviewing for the job. When I came on campus, it blew me away. It really reminded me of the campus life we had at Alabama, a safe community inside of a community. Cobb County is already a really nice place, but then you have our campus is a community inside of the community, super safe. But you got 48,000 students on campus. So, and it's a real campus, college campus atmosphere. Our student support, our football game just had like almost 12,000, at the first game of the year. Basketball, these students, they really, really support. And so we get guys on campus, and we want them to get a chance to experience that. So we take them to the student center. We take them to the cafeteria, which I'll tell you, the Commons, you can't see my belly right now, but I'm telling you, man, like I done put on a cool 20, man, messing with the Commons. So, man, but it's some of the best food, but just And the other thing, I actually talked to one of my friends that I went to Bama with. He has a sister that's enrolled at Kennesaw now. So he moved her in the other day when school first started in the fall. And he just talked about the friendly atmosphere. He said, like, people were out there helping them move in. Other students, he said, like, just the atmosphere, the family atmosphere on campus. So that's something like, man, you go across our campus, you can't help but to experience, like, people with a smile on their face, people happy that you were there, they getting to know you. I think that's invaluable. So when we get kids on campus, they get a chance to get that Kennesaw State experience, man. We got a legit chance to get them.
No doubt, man. It's a hell of a thing they're doing out there, man. I commend them. Like I said, I remember how I used to be, and just when I come out there, it's like, man, it's crazy, man. It really is. And one of my good friends, we was at the Miller's Ale House, man.
Oh yeah, Miller's Ale House, right across the street. Yep.
We were watching the game last night, so we're like,
I already know it. I already know. You watching the Falcons game, probably. Falcons
yes,
game.
we were.
I already know it.
And I had to try to stop bringing off the margaritas I was on, but I made it though.
So you had to slow up a little bit. I ain't mad. I
made it though. Through the grace of God, I made
no
it.
No doubt, no doubt. I love it. I'm glad you made the interview today.
Yes, sir. You got that right. Hey, man, you did a hell of a job, man. You got Florida and Georgia, Alabama on lock, man. So talk about that, Pet, how it's important to really draw that little circle around Kennesaw and Georgia, Florida, Alabama, and get those young men who do those relationships with their coaches, and then those bonds they know, hey, if you transfer somewhere else, if you ain't work out, we can still be at home for you. Come on to us.
That's it. Well, I'm telling you, like my whole deal starts right here. It's so much talent in the state of Georgia. And we got such a added bonus that these guys come in. Like, we got some of the best AAU programs and coaches and some of the best high school programs and coaches in the country. And so everything for me starts right here. I want to try to go attract Georgia guys that can play our style of play, that can be successful here. And their success leads us to being in place to get other guys the following year. And so what we did, we went over to Wheeler. I argue with anybody. Larry Thompson is one of the best high school coaches in the country. And so we got the kid, Ricky McKenzie. He's come in so prepared and so well coached. And, he knows how to compete from day one. And then we went over to Douglasville, out of Alexander, and we got Brayden Lou, who's what I think the second-ranked power forward in the state. You know what I mean? So, those two guys were highly ranked guys in their class. And then I think the third guy in that class is Mekhi Turner. He's one of the top centers in the state as well, kind of come power forward center type. But he's from Maynard Jackson, right down there in downtown Atlanta. And so we put a heavy emphasis on getting guys from right around here. Then we can go out. So then we went to Tuscaloosa, recruited a kid, Adrian Woodley, because we wanted, like you said, at Radius, we want to put a circle around Kennesaw, 4-hour drive, and we want to be able to go attract those guys and go get them, develop relationships with them. Adrian Woodley had probably, I want to say, 25 Division I offers. You go Murray State, Richmond, Belmont, like you name it, mid-major, he had it. But we had a real relationship with his mom, with him, from my days at Alabama and from our staff, so we were able to get him. We went down to Tampa as well, and we got a kid, Ramon Sears, that we identified early, and we were able to get him to come to Kennesaw. So that Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Tennessee, we want to put a 4-hour radius around this Kennesaw State campus, and we want to go out and get guys. So, and we also added some transfers. We had to go to the transfer market. We got a kid from Boca Raton in Florida, and we got a kid from SMU, a transfer from SMU, who's from Eustis, Florida, which played with one of my kids I coached at Bama, Keon Ellis, who's with the Sacramento Kings. He helped us out a lot getting that kid or whatnot. He made some call. They grew up together, and he connected us, and we did a great job. But we identified guys in that 4-hour radius. Not saying we won't go outside of that, but if they're in that 4 hours, we want to make sure we know who the players are. We want to make sure we have the best relationship, because we got a great built-in advantage being where we're located. It's so much to do. There's campus, you got the Battery right up the road, but out the access to get guys who are well coached. Like I say all the time, Alexander has a great basketball coach. Grayson has a great. I can go down the list. Norcross, Coach Mack, big time coach. Milton, like it's program after program. You know what I mean? Hillgrove, and then Pebblebrook. That's my guy George Washington, like having relationships with those guys and just recruiting those guys. Pace, you can go Coach White. Like we got some of the best high school coaches in the country. And so we got to take advantage of that because you get those kids come in ready to play from day one, I think.
You got there right, bro, and I'm happy that you playing in the Conference USA because I could catch you at either Western Kentucky or middle if I can't
Middle
get you
Tennessee.
at home, but I'm gonna get you at
Oh
home
yeah.
too. Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to Jack State. I'm not doing that. That's the sticks. I ain't
That's the
doing
stick.
it.
You ain't going over there, huh?
But
Yeah,
I'll
no,
catch you in the middle, Western, up the road, up the street on South Chastain. But I ain't gonna go
I ain't going to jail. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad. Just watch that one on TV. Watch that one.
I will be telling you, come on, bro. Let's get it.
I love it.
I
I
love it,
love it.
man. I got one more for you, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
you got Rutgers coming home and
I was just about to say
play
it. Yeah.
play you at home, man. Talk about that with Coach Piper, a great coach up there at the Big Ten, and you going on to Canada, man, and getting your guy trip up to Canada, learn about the new culture, a business trip, but also experience something new up there, man.
No doubt. So we want to make the experience here at Kennesaw State. We want our kids to really have a great experience. And so, like I said, back to my point, Atlanta being a recruiting hub nationally for everybody. And so McEachern, Coach Tree, one of the best coaches in the country, they came and signed Ace Bailey. And so when they signed Ace, I knew they would probably want to bring him home in front of his, hometown crowd. Chattanooga right up the road, played right there, McEachern. And so we made a phone call and they they did it. We called around, we called his AAU coach, Omar Cooper. We called the guys at Rutgers and they literally made it happen for us, man. And they're coming here on the 24th. It's gonna be exciting atmosphere. They not only have Ace Bailey, who's I want to say on the mock drafts, he's like number 2 pick. They also have a kid, Dylan Harper, who's one of the best guards in the country. He's like the 3rd pick in the mock draft. So it should be a bunch of NBA scouts here at the game, watching those guys, and guess who else they get to see? They get to see my boy. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing we want to bring these guys that, sign high major out of the state, go off somewhere else. We want to invite these guys back to come play us at Kennesaw, and we want to try to make it a game. We want to try to beat them. We're going to give them everything we got, but it's a great chance to get a team of that caliber, a Rutgers team that's going to be ranked probably nationally to come on our campus in the Convocation Center in front of our fans, in front of our students, and give us a chance to compete against that caliber group. And then we also got a trip to Canada. It's a far trip. It's a good little trip, but it's going to give us a chance to go play some really, really good teams. They actually, before the tournament, we signed up to play in the tournament before they got the rest of the team. We might not be going to Canada. I saw them dang on teams they put in there. So you got UC Irvine, who's going to compete for a championship in their league. They were right outside of getting to the tournament last year. I think you got Townsend, who returns 9 out of their top 11. And then you got Kent State, who's always really good as well. So we got a chance to go up there and play some quality mid-major teams that's going to prepare us for Conference USA. And, our guys are excited about it. They're excited about Rutgers. They're excited about going to Canada. They're excited about every game that's on our schedule, especially the ones, though, that they get to play in front of their family and friends at the Convocation Center. So it's going to be fun.
No doubt, man. I always gonna love going and hit a hoodoo. We gonna go to the owl chant that they be doing, man.
Yeah, you don't want to go to war with the owl, baby.
But it be hitting, bro. Like it's be hitting a little bit.
No doubt, that song get it going, man. I'll shout out to our band director, man. Our band be going crazy at our game, man. The Marching Owls, I love them.
Yeah, man. Hey, you're doing a heck of a job with that, Pet, man. It come on the show. It's always my brother, and I'll see you soon, my guy. Good to see you late and see you get your stab on the road as well, brother. You know what I mean? Your corner always, my guy.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. Anytime you want to come to the game, hit my phone. We got you courtside, baby. Foot on the wood. I promise you. All right?
I got you, bro. No doubt, my brother.
All right. Good to see you, man. Thank you.
Same to you, brother.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcasts on all podcast platforms or Spreaker BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.